you're here with the makers. You hear my voice. I'm Steffi, and Sophie is at the other end filming. You might remember us from writing the 2 books, Making Needle-Felted Animals and Simple Needle Felts. And today we are going to do a bobble hat tutorial, but you might also remember our tutorial making a Christmas hat, which this little mouse is showing off quite lovely. Of course, this is one of our famous Christmas mice, and the Mole family has been very lucky because they've got hats already, so their ears aren't freezing anymore. And so I will be showing you how to make these in a minute. And of course, we've got a sleepy bunny, so if you want to accessorize your animals ready for winter, then this is the best way to do and give them a little warm hat. They can either sleep with it. Oh, hello. What? Oh, you haven't got a hat. Oh, would you like one? Yes. Would you like, what color would you like? Purple. Okay, purple hat it is. Okay, I think we better make this little mouse a purple hat. So let's get started. So we put the other colors out of the way. But if you want to make a multicolored hat, like for example with this little mole lady here, then of course have different colors available, and you also need a different color for the bobble. So we're needle felting this flat, and I'm using my favorite needle, which is a twisted needle, because it felts down really fast, and it's a fine needle, so you will see why we need that in a minute. So I'm drawing, first of all, I'm actually drawing almost the shape of a pot-bellied plant, flower vase onto the flat felt here at the moment. So I'm just stabbing that in. You might wonder what on earth is she using underneath there. That's one of the rice pads that we sell. We don't fill them with rice for you, so you have to buy your own. But they're great for needle felting. So I'm pulling the wispy fibers inward, so I'm making a nice neat line. And you may wonder why on earth am I doing this, but I am trying to make a flat shape that I then can felt together to turn into a 3D shape. So I'm trying to keep the ends straight at both ends and the sides round. And with all flat needle felting, you have to remember to take it off the mat, otherwise you just fasten it onto it, but it's coming along quite nicely, and it's making a nice solid piece of felt. And then the next thing is I'm going to pinch it in the center by felting it inwardly. So this is this crease here that I'm creating is actually going to be the top of the bobble hat. And what I will do is I will show you one that I've made earlier, otherwise you'll have to watch me stabbing and might fall asleep, which we couldn't possibly have, like this sleepy little bunny, he's already asleep. So there's the little shape that I've made exactly in that same way. So the next thing you're going to do is you're actually going to fold it in half. So there's your little hat, and then you're going to felt these little seams just on either side, gently with your needle along the edge, so that the fibers tangle up together, and it closes it up basically. So do it from both sides, and then you do this on the other side. So you're leaving the bottom bit open, because that's what fits onto the head of your little creature. And once you've done this, you should be able to just literally stick your finger inside. Oh yes, all nice sewn together, but obviously not sewn, just needle felted. And then the tricky bit is, and that's where you've got to watch your fingers, you're going to flatten that seam out by stabbing straight into it. So you're stabbing into nothingness really inside the hat. You're not felting it together, going all over and maybe giving that top bit a bit of a felt so that it becomes more pointy. And then do this on the other side. So now you can do 2 things. You can either fold it over if you've got enough space there to make a rim, or you can add a new color to it. But most importantly, we can do this in a minute, you need to give it a bobble at the top. And for this, I've just using a little bit of orange, and I'm literally stabbing it randomly into a more of a ball shape. And then I'm going to lay it onto the felting mat. The hat goes on the top, and I'm just stabbing right inside the hat a couple of times so that it's attached itself to it. And then I can work from the outside by just going around the center and stabbing the wispy fibers into the top of the hat. I'm not actually reducing the size much more. I want it to be nice and fluffy. So you've got a little bobble hat here, but if you do want to give it a different colored rim, then just take a wisp of wool. By the way, this is our natural dyed New Zealand merino wool, which I absolutely love. It felts down super quick, and it has these lovely more sort of muted colors, which I think are really great if you're making winter accessories. So I'm felting this down. Again, this is where you need to watch your fingers, because you're sort of felting into nothingness. You're not into the mat, but you have to watch where that other finger is inside the hat, so you don't felt it on. And I'm going to just felt this from the inside a little bit, and then I'm going to bring my little mouse in and see if the hat is maybe ready to be fitted on. So just go on the outside as well. There we are. And so you've got a little multicolored hat now. And then, how is this then? Do you like this? Yay, this is great. And then you can put it on your creature however you like it, whether you, put it a little bit skew-wiffy or put it straight. I can't actually see what she looks like with that hat, but oh, you've got a very big hat there. And of course, once you felt it on, you can reduce the size as well. And you're felting it onto your creature, and you can make it slouched. You can still reduce the size. And I'm sure this mouse looks very happy with her new purple hat. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, you can watch the Christmas version of this hat also on our website on the tutorial, and it's www.themakers.co.uk. We see you soon. Bye bye.